Alright guys, so I am currently at a church sale. The morning has just started. Most of the sales are starting at 8. I am definitely not what you'd call an early bird. Yeah, the church yard sale starts at 8. There's tons of communities today. It is windy, it is chilly. And yeah, I'm just excited though to see what I find today. I am going to record as much as I can, as often as I can. But yeah, I am excited. I stopped at this church first because I typically find stuff here, and since it is cold and chilly, I figured, I'd start the day off inside somewhere, and then I'm going straight to another community after this. So let's hope for a good day, and let's go shopping. Kathy, what are you gonna make? I found a ton of purses, so really excited about that. There's a lot of nice ones here. There's Levi's. Didn't grab that one. Let's just take a look around. Some toys back here. They have a lot of toys too. Tons. Barbies. Some old Bath and Body Works stuff in there.
I would too. Pumpkin pies are wonderful. Oh, good. Yes. Yeah. Have a nice day. You see your wife on your body. Yeah.
Prices are great. Alright guys, so I am finished up here at the church. I've been in there for a lot longer than I wanted to be, but I always find stuff here, and I hit the purse jackpot. I always find purses at this church sale. Betsey Johnson, I found Coach, I found a Dooney and Burke, and the purses were all 50 cents a piece. So great scores here, great prices. So now I'm off to a community yard sale. So let's get going. Some squishies. Oh, goodness gracious. I just love squishing these things. Here's a cake. They're so much fun.
I need to get childproof thing for my cabinets now.
That's nice.
My gigantic cabinet beside the refrigerator. Well, we got the one on top.
Oh, look at this. That's so cute. Oh gosh, guys, check it out. Got some Forever Red lotion, nail polish, soap. Not sure what this is. I'm gonna have to smell it. Oh my gosh, and Batiste, my absolute favorite. $3. That's not bad. Alright guys, so today I have a yard sale haul for you. I had very high hopes for this weekend's yard sales, and then today came and the wind took over and it was just kind of a mess really. So there were tons of community yard sales today and I was only able to make it to one community yard sale. The weather has just went from like amazing to absolute crap within a couple of days. It was so windy today. People's stuff was just flying everywhere. It was not a good day for yard selling. It was super hard for me to record because not only was it just super windy, my hair's flying in my face, my eyes are watering because the wind's just like hitting me, and it just was not a good day to yard sale. So after I finished up at the church sale that I went to and the one community yard sale, I was like, you know what, I've kind of had enough of the wind. But I did find some things today and I wanted to share with you a haul. And I do apologize, like I said, that I didn't do a whole lot of filming while I was out. Crossing my fingers that next week is better weather-wise. I know it's spring and the weather is just very like, doesn't know what it wants to do kind of thing. So at least it wasn't raining. That's one thing. So I stopped at a church sale first, and I love this church sale. It is one I look forward to all the time because I always find something there. Even if it's just one or two things, I am always pretty much guaranteed to find something. And I definitely found some great things, and their prices are amazing. So I got a ton of purses. There were only 50 cents a piece. So we're just gonna get straight into what I found there. So this is funny. The first thing I found was another Betsey Johnson purse, and this looks exactly like the one I found at the yard sale last week, but just a different print. So this one is more of a leopard print with like a rose design. So this could either be the front or the back, but then on the other side you have the front zipper and like the two front pockets. And so this has handles so you can carry it on your shoulder, but it also has a removable long strap too, so you could wear it crossbody if you want to. And then the inside just looks like this. It's always so hard to show like the inside of the bags, but it's in really nice condition, and for 50 cents, like, that's way cheaper than the one I paid last week. I think I paid $3 for the one I bought last week, which was still an amazing deal, but for 50 cents, that's crazy. So next I found a little Coach wristlet. This one is just gray. It does look like it needs a little bit of cleaning. The other side looks like this, and it just has like a little pocket there. And then the inside looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean in there. So this was 50 cents. I also found another Coach purse that I had in my hand, but as I was walking around, like I had it kind of like on my arm, the handle was absolutely disintegrating onto my arm, like little flakes were coming off of it. So I sat it back down. I didn't realize that when I first picked it up. So I did sit that one back down. And then I was looking at this one. I picked this one up and I thought it felt really nice. The stitching on it looked nice. Like it looked like it had leather accents. And when I looked on the inside, and it was kind of dark in the church, so all I could really see on this tag, the only thing I really could read was that it said Wayfarer. So I sat it back down because I didn't really think anything of it. And then when I went back around again, this part was facing up, and here it is a Dooney and Burke purse. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. But when I picked it up, I knew that it felt really, really nice. So that is a cute bag. I really like that bag. I like the size of it, and it's just very like classic looking. So I was excited to find that, and for 50 cents, like, you can't beat it. You really can't. So I did pick up a couple more purses. This one is a Fossil purse, and this is genuine leather. It's black, and yes, it did have a little antibacterial bottle on it. So it just looks like that. It has a let me open this part right here. It has this compartment here that has a bunch of slots inside, And then there's also a compartment here. And there was some stuff inside of this purse. And I will say, like, when I got home and I, opened it up, I don't know, it kind of pulled at my heart a little bit, like, almost like it took my breath away for a minute. I pulled out this paper, and the handwriting on it looks just like my mother's. Like, it seriously felt like I just pulled something of hers out of her purse or something like that, because this handwriting is like my mother's spot on. It was just insane to see it. And then, like, when I was looking through the purse, and I don't want to pull them out because they are tissues. I mean, I don't think they're used, but there are some tissues in there, and that's how my mom was too. She had tissues everywhere. There was tissues in all of her purses. There were tissues in all of her coat pockets. And it was one of those things that, like, it felt almost comforting to see it all, because it reminded me of her. And there was also a pen in here. And this is like one of those really nice pens that are like advertisements for medical things. So, and it writes really well. So I got a free pen in there and some tissues. But yeah, it was just, there was something about that, like going through that bag just, reminded me of her. And then I found 3 purses by a company called The Sack. And I know I've heard of it before. All these purses are genuine leather. If they aren't really worth much on their own, I think I'm going to list them as like a lot of 3, just because they are, similar. But they're all really nicely well made. Like I said, they're all leather. So this is what the first one looks like. And that's the brand. It's called The Sack. So the insides all look really nice too. That one's just like got a super pretty, colorful interior. And then there's the back. It has like a zipper compartment there. So that was one. Then this one, I really liked this one. This one was brown, and I liked the shape of it. Like, it has like a magnetic kind of opening there, then a slot here, and then a bigger slot here. They have like really cute fabrics inside. So got that one. And like I said, all of these were 50 cents a piece. And then this was the last purse, which looks like this. And again, just really cute fabric lined in there. So like I said, I gotta look those up, see if they are worth listing separate or not. But I figured for 50 cents, like, so I picked up those, and their shoes were also 50 cents. And there were a couple Clarks, but I only picked up 1 pair, and they look like this. They are just kind of like a slip-on sandal. They're like a grayish blue kind of color. And these honestly look brand new. Like, the bottoms don't look like they were worn ever. So I got them to sell, and they are a size 8 medium. So got those, and yeah, they're cute, but not my size. And then the last thing I got at the church sale was just this cardigan, and their clothes were $1, which I thought was weird. Like, all the purses and shoes were 50 cents, but their clothes were $1. You would think the clothes would be cheaper. I feel like clothes, for me anyway, when I have yard sales, clothes are like one of the hardest things to sell, in my opinion. So, I always price mine like 25 cents, 50 cents, rarely $1, unless it's something like super nice. So it just looks like this. It's from H&M, and I just like the color of it. It's just like a nude kind of color. I don't know. I just thought it was super cute. So I got that for $1. And then when I went yard sailing, I didn't find a whole heck of a lot. I feel like the community that I go to, it hasn't been the best as it has been years past. So I think next year, I'm going to go to the church first because it's always the same day. And then I'm going to go to a different community yard sale, the one that I didn't get to today, just to kind of switch things up a little bit, see if I find anything. Because it's usually when you yard sale and you yard sale the same developments every year, you typically start knowing who's going to have a yard sale, what kind of stuff they're going to have, that kind of thing. Like, you know, okay, I definitely want to stop at this one because they always have something I like, kind of thing. And the one house that I love going to actually wasn't having a yard sale today. So that kind of sucked. But anyway, so I will just show you guys what I found while I was stopping at some of those yard sales. I found this guy, and it's rare that I find vintage toys, but this is the My Pet Monster. I don't know if this was like his friend or something like that. His name was called Wogster, and he is from 1986, and he's actually a hand puppet. You can stick your hand up through him and anyway, he was 50 cents. He needs cleaned. I'm gonna have to wash him up. I found him once before at a yard sale along with the My Pet Monster. I sold the My Pet Monster quite a few years ago now, and I got a lot of money for him. They are worth a lot, especially if they have their handcuffs. He didn't have his handcuffs anymore. Had he had his handcuffs, he probably would be worth like 40, 50. Without, I'm gonna guess maybe like 20 or so. So still, you know, more than what I paid for him, but so cute. I would love to find another My Pet Monster with the handcuffs. Heck, even if you find the handcuffs and not the My Pet Monster, the handcuffs alone are worth money because they're just really hard to find. And then I found some beauty-related items. They're my favorite things to shop for when I'm yard selling. I don't need any more of this stuff, but it's because of yard sales that I tend to buy so much of it because I get it for so cheap. So I got 2 candles. The first one is a Bath & Body Works Cranberry Pear Bellini, which looks like this. I paid $1 for it, and it hasn't been used, but you can see there's some like fuzzy, dusty hairs on top. So I will have to just kind of wipe that down a little bit. I don't know if maybe the lady had cats or something like that. You know how cats can be. But it smells really nice, and I love candles. I can't say no to candles because, well, they don't go bad. So I got that, and then I found this one, and oh my god. This is called the Freshly Brewed Sweet Tea Candle, and it looks like it's in a canister, like a old-fashioned kind of canister. It says it was originally from Hobby Lobby for $12.99. I paid $2 for it, and it is new. And oh my goodness, you guys, this smells just like fresh brewed sweet tea. Like, it's uncanny how wonderful this smells. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to burn it. I love tea. I love the smell of tea, and I was just so excited to find that. So I got that. I found this Bath & Body Works Happy Vibes Ultra Shea Body Cream. This was $1. They even had a little tag on here that said never used. I got this the same yard sale I got the sweet tea candle. This smells really nice, and I like just keeping these smaller tubes with me when I'm at work to just like put on my hands and stuff because my hands get so dry at work. So I got that. I picked up this Christmas themed big chunka bar of soap. This is a pomegranate bar soap. It just looks like something that you would purchase at TJ Maxx or Ross. And it's in such a super pretty box. It's like gold, very Christmassy themed. It was 25 cents. So great deal. And the soap itself is very pretty, and it's very large. It smells wonderful. So even if like I don't use this, this is perfect for even just like re-gifting to someone at Christmas time. I know just this past week we made baskets at work to benefit Relay for Life. Each kind of grouped team had a theme of things to like put stuff together to make baskets, and then they were raffled off. So I contributed to the spa basket because, well, I have so many like bath bombs and soaps and stuff like that. So it was easy for me to contribute, and even like for use, like to keep back for like stuff like that too. For a quarter, like you can't really pass that up in my opinion, and soap doesn't really go bad either. So I got that. At another sale, I found this. I don't know if this is handmade. It doesn't have any tag on it other than it says spiced hot cider. It's in like a glass amber bottle. This was 50 cents, and I'm guessing it's like a body spray or something like that. I'm going to use it as air freshener. I thought this would be really nice to put in one of my bathrooms during like winter time, during Christmas. It smells like cinnamon. It has a really nice, strong, like spiced hot cider cinnamon kind of smell to it. So I thought I'd just stick it in like one of my bathrooms at during winter. And then also there I got this Bath & Body Works Sugar Cookie antibacterial hand gel. This was 50 cents as well, and these are just nice to keep in my purse or keep in my car, you know, after I'm thrifting, yard sailing, that kind of thing, just to like keep in there. So I got that, and then I found one thing from Miss Stone Home. I found you a little tube of vintage glitter. It's just this like white, almost like ivory colored glitter. So I got that for you. I'm putting together some more stuff for you. So hopefully I find some things while out yard sailing this year. So after yard sailing, at this community, there's a library that's right there, and they always usually have a book sale going on the same day as the community yard sale. And they actually had a book sale where it was fill a bag for 25 cents. So you fill a plastic grocery bag full of books for a quarter. I couldn't say no to that, so I stopped in there. It was pretty picked through, but I still found 4 books that interested me. So the first one I got was called Classical Mythology. And it's just a hardback book that looks like this. And pretty much it just goes through all of the stories of ancient Greece, the heroes, the gods, the monsters, and the mortals that populate the stories. So like Poseidon and just ones I've never even heard of. There's Zeus, there's Hercules, just basically stories about all of them and things like that. So that was interesting to me because I don't really know all of them or know like all of their stories per se. So I got that one. I also got this one here is called Snuff. I absolutely loved the look of this book. It's by Chuck Palahniuk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right. Palahniuk. I know I've heard of him before, but I don't think I've ever read any of his books. I know he wrote Fight Club. I think that one was super popular. But I've never actually read any of his books. This one is kind of sexy, if you will. It's not I don't believe it's a true story. It's just about pretty much a porn star having sexual encounters with 600 men. So it's going to be an interesting read for sure. So I picked up that one. And then I also got this one called Columbine. And this is about the Columbine shootings, basically. It's so messed up to me. And I can't believe that happened. It feels like yesterday, even though it was quite a number of years ago. I remember like the day it happened kind of thing that will like always remain in my memory kind of thing. So I got that to read. And then I also got this one. So this one's more of my light-hearted reading. It's called A Field Guide to Awkward Silences by Alexandra Petrie. So it just seemed funny. I do believe it is a memoir. Yeah, it is a memoir. So I like funny memoirs. So I got those 4 books for 25 cents. So that's a really good deal. I love to read. It's just definitely something that I like to do in my spare time. But I'm the type of person who I don't really hold on to books per se. Like if there's one that I just know I will read over and over again, like say like Harry Potter or something like that, like I have all of those and that I will keep like my illustrated Harry Potter editions. But for the most part, once I read a book, I'm ready to send it off to the donation pile and let someone else read it. I don't really like to hang on to them unless, it's something that I see myself reading more than once. So that is my yard sale haul for this week. Not super big, but I am excited about everything that I did find. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You'll have to let me know what you thought down below, what you thought my best find of this week was. And also let me know if you found anything recently while you were out yard selling this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.